Hi Gemini, welcome to your 2026 yearly reading. We're doing the Celtic Cross. So, Gemini, the card in the center is about releasing a connection. The Two of Cups in reverse. You don't want to feel close with someone. The challenge is adding more people to your life. You have the Three of Cups. You go from putting all of your energy in one relationship to having a lot of friends and support and a larger group. Less intimacy, but more extroversion here, I see. In the undercurrent, we have the Empress. That's a beautiful card for you to have. You feel like you have abundance. You could rest, and all good things are attracted to you. This is great. You're receptive. In the recent past, it's become very clear you don't need to feel confused anymore. You feel like you've narrowed down what it is you want, what it is you don't want, with that Seven of Cups in reverse. The overarching energy of the reading is your work in progress. You're building up a satisfaction with life. It doesn't have to be immediate. And you are going to retire from something soon. And so you're working on your portfolio, or you're making sure you have investments. You're investing in something, but it's not immediate. You will hold space. You will build energy. You will look at everything in a different way. You're not going anywhere. I see the Hanged Man and the Empress as kind of like placeholder. And then you have this Seven of Pentacles, which is even slower than that. Another slow card. This is about resting. The inside of you is saying, I've done enough. I can take my foot off of the gas. I don't need to get gassed up anymore. I don't need to commute as much anymore for some. There's no rushing to and fro anymore. There's no frantic taking care of others. When you do something, it's because you want to get together with people who you have something in common with, and there's no stress involved. And you're either learning something or growing in some way or just feeling great. The external energy are people who allow you to do things. They're yes people. They are not dramatic. It's not life and death. It's just kind of like simple is the way that it is. And it's ongoing. In your hope and fear, it's like you're working on your attractiveness. You're working on your bubbly energy, trying to be more vivacious, more captivating. You may get a makeover with that Queen of Wands card. It's kind of weird that you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse as the outcome here. But it's not. You don't want to be the little empress when you already are the big empress. Okay? You're not going to put yourself out there for small change anymore. You're not going to go the extra mile for people who don't appreciate you. You see yourself as a prize, and that's what you're attracting towards you, is someone who, when they look in your eyes, you feel like you're adored. And if you don't get that feeling, you're not going to go for it. You want something extra special because it feels like you are in a place where you're healed to the point that you aren't putting up with a lot of burden energy. You're more comfortable, set in your ways, and in 2026, you want the extra special gaze. That's what I see here for you. I hope some or all of it resonated, Gemini. Thank you and namaste. Hi, Gemini. Welcome to the Cosmic Wave Read for 2026. We're surfing the energy, Hang 10. Their first wave, all right, is in the month of January, February, and March. So let's see what's going on thematically for our dear Geminis. Final card here. Okay. We have confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. There was a lot of stress hanging over your head, and now it's gone and you're ready to start over. Fresh start energy. Feeling good. Light as a feather. It says message. You're communicating quite a bit with a lot of different people. Everyone's checking to make sure you're okay. Is everything going okay? Do you need anything? What's up with that? You're a social butterfly. It says, if they once loved you, they still do. Nothing is lost, in fact. When something ends, the love doesn't end. It says so. Thanks for every single time you ever fell in love. You were loved back. Actually, you were always loved back. You have someone, possibly a lot of people who have your back, and you've changed for the better. Fourth card says balance. May you find equilibrium in motion. There's motion in your ocean. Oh dear. Well, this new look on you looks good. The outside of you is glowing like the sun. Get out in the sun. Get some rays. Man, lighten up and change your life in a balanced way. Get some exercise in this first wave, Gemini. Second wave, that's April, May, and June. Okay, first card. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. You're reviewing things. Don't worry, you got it right. There was no wrong answer. You just have to let it go now. That's how you pass the test with the South Node, is let it go. Second card says Oracle Wisdom. Some kind of temple here. but it's pretty nebulous. You get some answers and you use it for your highest good. It says, give yourself much more credit. A stranger than strange preponderance to ponder. And those in challenging relationships aren't always those who are bad at relationships. Oh wow, even though I see preponderance, this one is really good. Ponder. Yeah, you can't stop examining, and you have this 20/20 hindsight, and that makes it worse. Resilient, may your soul weather the storm. You're being hard on yourself about something you had to let go of. And the more that you think about it, the more that you're going to keep yourself from where you're supposed to be going. And sometimes you just need to say, wow, I did my best. Wow, wow, wow. And I just got to keep on going, one foot in front of the other, no matter what. Keep going forward. Don't go backward. Remind yourself, it's a little bit like that fish that's just like in that movie. It says, just keep swimming. Just keep going forward. Find your flow. One foot in front of the other. You know, but your brain wants to go back and analyze, and then you know you're not being resilient. So, kick it forward. Always kick the rock forward. Don't go backward. It's a warning. The third wave for Gemini, that is July, August, and September. Love that sunset energy. It says, nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Well, you were kicking the rock when we last talked, and now you're like shape-shifting it. You're morphing the rock. You're ready to rock. Use some rock and roll to get you motivated. Roll some rocks. What is that, bocce ball? Play some bocce ball. It says dreams, incubation, past life. Past life. Oh, if you can't resolve something on the 3D plane, sometimes it's resolved in the dream. Sometimes you have weird dreams, so that your brain can move on from something that you feel stuck in. It says you're being watched by loving eyes. What if you're actually an ancient gladiator of love and joy, who agreed to visit Earth during these primitive years to spark some new thinking, share a few smiles, and help others discover that they are awesome? Yeah. You're not going to psych yourself out here. That's what I'm going to say. There are guides, there are high beings of love, there's mystical, mutable energy here to get you going. You're here to contribute just as you are. You don't have to become your super self. The final card says, alive, may you delight in vitality. There's rocks here. Stones. You might be thinking about an earth sign. You might need to stay grounded, especially if you're having, you know, a lot of big energies, you know, that rock your world. You have to make sure that you're staying centered and listening to your inner guidance, getting enough rest, smiling enough. You're alive. Smile. When the reality shifts, sometimes you're like, did I want that to shift? I don't remember signing up for that one. Fourth wave, October, November, December. Oops, upside down here. First card says step out of your comfort zone, North Node. You're heading in the right direction. You're doing something fabulous and in divine and perfect order. You're getting going and finding what you need. You're using your intuitive capabilities well. This is the dowsing rods. Isn't that where they find water? You're getting in touch with your emotions. Dwell on what you love. Ask someone to change is like pruning a tree. Never will be the same again. Scarier still is that you can't quite know in what new directions they'll grow. You have to accept what you cannot change with wisdom. Space, may your heart and your scope expand. What I'm seeing here is you're doing new things for yourself and going new places. It's all intuitive, and you don't want to change other people. You want to discover them and be inside of the space of who and what they are as this person who's exploring in an excited way. So this would be like window shopping. You're not exactly going to buy out the store, but you're going to look at it and dream about it a bit and try it on for size maybe, and talk about it. You are not in a committal mood because obviously your whole life has changed up, and now you're finding what's better for you by kind of looking, exploring, and experimenting, really. With the fourth wave, Gemini, you can be who you want to be. Far out, man. Thank you and namaste. Hi, Gemini. This is Kala. Welcome to your yearly luminary reading, because you are worth the sun, the moon, and the stars. So let it shine in 2026. First card, the sun. It says, I get inspired by the world around me. Second card, the moon. Independence. And the third card is the stars. Diamond sun body. You have a gift that no other can offer. You are unique and have your part to play in the creation of new earth. I just see this gold energy. You're dressed well. You're impressing others with your moves. The world knows who you are. You're the star. You're so shining, perhaps because Uranus is blessing your sign this whole time, for a long time. So get used to the song and dance of being unique, and make sure you keep it extra on bleak. You be you, boo. So keep on keeping on, because that's how you roll. Thank you and namaste. Hi, Gemini. This is Kala. Welcome to the Encouraging Wishes Read. A mini boost and blessing for your year of 2026. First, the overall energy for Gemini, year of 2026. It says, I am talented. Next, the boost card. I value your contribution. And finally, the blessing, compassion. If many people leave you or go on to greater things, make sure you take a moment to tell them what they meant for you before they go. They were there to help you glow. And because you have a way with words, you know how to banter or make a joke or two, what you say will have a great impact on the future of those who you knew. Make sure you reach out in a sweet, compassionate way to check in and see how they're doing randomly one day. Write down a list of what you need, and soon you're going to learn that you can succeed because you valued, you honored, and you gave. And it's all going to come back to you. Just be brave. Let compassion be your guide, because your heart is nothing that should ever hide. So keep on keeping on, Gemini, because that's how you roll. Thank you and namaste.